What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of That Hobby Show. With me, as always, Houston from Chasing the Graph. What's going on, brother?
Not a whole lot, man. Been a real piece of crap the last 2 days. Just
Yeah, but
not,
you actually celebrated a pretty big milestone, though. 2 years of Chasing the Graph. It's been.
yeah. December 31st marks the day that I put up the first YouTube video and created the Facebook page. So
Yeah. Does it seems like it's been longer than 2 years to me. Does it to you?
yeah, it seems like it's been like five, and you
Yeah.
know,
Corona time has aged us rapidly. So
yeah, the pandemic's ruined everything.
yeah. Well, most stuff. It's probably good for something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but
Exactly.
yeah. So we were talking on last week's episode about my 2008 Tops autograph set build, and I got a huge kick to the nuts this week. I sent it to you earlier, but for people that aren't familiar, so Derek Jeter is having another private signing. I didn't know that he had already done a private signing earlier in this year through Major League Alumni Marketing. I think it's MLAM. So I was like, okay, let's check out these prices to see what it's going to cost, right? So I'm scrolling through everything. There's the inscriptions. Those were like 250. Signed 8x10 was, what was it, like 500 something?
I think it was like 549. I think.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, so we haven't gotten to the cards yet. Maybe that'll be in the Mariano Rivera price range with him. His cards, he charges 250 a card. So we get to the cards. $1,000 per card. And my head just exploded. I could not believe it. And that was just, most guys have a set price for their cards, and then there's, usually a premium for a rookie card. A rookie card's usually, an extra $100 or so, because
Yeah.
those days, uh I don't know if you how much you collected back in the past, but one of the big no-nos when I was growing up was never get a player's rookie card autographed. They always said it hurt the value, which was always weird to me, because if I had a card, I wanted to get it signed, and it being a rookie card made me want to get it signed even more. But it seems to be catching on steam, where people are, prefer to get the rookie cards autographed. But yeah, I was not expecting $1,000 a card. So uh, I think he's one of those guys that has 3 or 4 cards in the set. So that's something that I'm not going to be able to get done.
Yeah, that was like we had discussed. That's the prices doesn't make sense, and I get in the autograph, or I guess in the card collecting world or the hobby world, that maybe 8x10s are a little less desirable than a card, and that's why they're more. But I mean, without talking to them and finding out, who knows what their reason for the pricing is? And um, I know, we had kind of talked about in some of the wrestling memorabilia world, you can get an 8x10 for $10, $20 signed, but the cards are like 60, 80, $100 kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh shit, what was I going to say? I had a thought. Yeah, like me, I used to collect 8x10s a lot. The reason that I kind of stopped, unless I find one for a decent price, is it's just the storage. You
They take
know,
up room.
do I get the giant, the 8x10 top loaders? Do I just put them in, a binder in the sleeves, which is what
Yeah.
I've done. I've put them in binders with sleeves because it's just easier. But I'm pretty sure I have some in the garage that are in the top loaders as well. Hopefully they're okay. I haven't been able to find everything since
Yeah,
everything.
the sleeve in the binder. That's what
Yeah,
I do, because a lot of, like, celebrities, especially like celebrities on TV or whatever, there's a like an email or something where you can just send a request to, and then they'll sign a photo and send it back to you. So I do the
Yeah.
protector with in the binder.
And that's what Coach K does. So if anybody wants Coach K's autograph, you got to email him. Don't send him a card. You won't get the card back, but you will get a nice 8x10. It's like one of those prints people make where it's him in the center of the photo and then a bunch of different other little photos throughout the career that
Mhm.
he signs. But another thing, speaking of autographs in the mail, got some pretty bad news. So John Madden passed away earlier this week, and when I had gotten into TTM, he was a guy that had a huge success rate, and I found out why because my apparently my John Madden autographs that I got through the mail were signed by his secretary. So yeah, I posted it on Twitter, kind of like what everybody else was doing. After John Madden died, I was one of the few people that weren't posting things for sale. But I don't know if you're familiar with Steve Grad.
Mhm.
So for folks that don't know, if you've watched Pawn Stars for a bit, then you've probably seen him. He was the guy that Rick would, call in when he needed an expert to try and lowball somebody. Uh, but Steve Grad moved on from that, and now he's the lead authenticator at Beckett, which is who I prefer. I prefer Beckett for all of my autographs that I send in because I like the case. I think the case looks really good. But so he posted like these this FYI for folks. Hey, John Madden, he wasn't usually the nicest person in person. When it came to autographs, it was attainable, but it was kind of difficult. If you'd written to him within the past 20 years, then more likely than not, the autograph that you got was signed by his secretary, which was kind of a kick in the nuts. So I was like, screw it, I'll go ahead and post my autograph to see if I can get a free autograph review, kind of how Beckett does it for what is it, like $10 or something?
Yeah, quick opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I did my own little quick opinion. So I was like, screw it. I'll post it on there, see what he says. So he came back and said it was secretarial. But then one of my buddies on Facebook that lives in he's lived in Northern California for a majority of his life. He was a big autograph collector, still is. Uh, he got John Madden in person, and I'll be damned if his in person John Madden doesn't look a lot like the one that I got TTM. So now I'm on that roller coaster of emotions for this autograph because I was like, it was around that time frame that I sent it out because he was one of my first TTMs that I ever sent out was uh was to him. And it's funny though, speaking of 8x10s, uh I started sending 8x10s TTM. That was one of the first things I was doing with I was trying to collect Brooklyn Dodgers autographs of the ones that were still alive. And so I also have an 8x10 of John Madden, the famous one, the black and white where he's getting carried off the field. So I got that signed and then a trading card. But I don't know. I'm on the fence if I should send it off for a quick opinion. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I think for $10 I would, because right now you've got that 50-50, and that third, rubber match, we'll call it, could be the decider, and and the same thing with Shaq. Supposedly
his
his,
dad.
yeah, his dad, and that I've seen forums. I mean, it's been a couple of years ago when I was actually researching autographs, but I've seen forums where people, send their index card or whatever off to be authenticated and it comes back real. 99% of the time it doesn't, but you have that small chance, that it does. And who knows, he might, out of every 1,000 TTMs he gets, his dad might sign, 998 of them, and he'll take the time to, while he's walking from the bathroom to the living room, might stop by and like sign two that are laying on the counter and, go back to doing what he was doing. So
Yeah.
who knows? And I've seen other forums with Eli Manning which I haven't seen anything like directly of him saying this, but there's quite a few forums of where people are saying that Eli Manning purposely switches up his TTM autograph to what you would get if he was like walking by you into the tunnel and just reached up and almost kind of rushes it so it can't be authenticated, but he does sign all the ones that are sent to him. So it's that.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it all boils down to it's just somebody else's opinion.
You're absolutely right.
Honestly, because Steve Grad, if you do some research on him, he's had a shady past, and it's not like there's any type of uh, like autograph authentication like school other than handwriting analysis. But really, that only tells you, is the person a righty or are they a lefty? Is it an auto pen type things like that? And
Even auto pen, like somebody like me or you can tell if it's an auto pen because the dot where the autograph starts is really heavy from where the pen goes down, and then where the autograph ends, the dot's really heavy because it stops, sits for a second. And, if you hold a paint pen or a Sharpie down long enough, it'll start to absorb out. And so if the dot's heavy at the beginning, the dot's heavy at the end, then it's a dead giveaway and it sticks out like a sore thumb. So if me or you can do that and we know that, then why don't me and you just open up that hobby show authentication process?
there we go. But it's kind of crazy that you talk about stopping the pen and it bleeding. Ray Lewis did that to one of my jerseys, and yeah, it kind of sucked because he wasn't cheap, and it was right at the end, and he had got done signing, and my dad got it signed for me at Chantilly in Virginia, and he was talking to my dad, and he left the pin on the jersey, and it just. And for anybody that's seen a Ray Lewis autograph, it's not the prettiest autograph to begin with, and it's pretty much an eyesore. So yeah, kind of sucks.
I've seen Steve Smith do that to a kid's pitcher. He was doing one of those signings. It's like show up to Walmart between 9 and 10 a.m. and get an autograph from Steve Smith. He was there for an hour, shows up like 57 minutes or 53 minutes late, pulls out his phone, puts 7-minute timer on and hits start. And yeah, and I'm like 10th back, and people are talking, and I can see him, and the kid that was first goes up first, and I'm like just like staring to the side and everything, and he slams the paint pen down, shatters the paint pen on the kid's pitcher, and then just takes what's left of the blob of paint and moves it around with the pen in his signature style and hands it off to the person. And he's like, next. And so, after like the fourth or fifth person, his 7 minutes is up. He holds his phone up, puts it in his pocket, bounces.
So you didn't get him?
No.
Oh man, that's horrible. Man, that sounds like some Blake Jameson type shit with like a Project 70 autograph.
Yeah, and I wondered, if that kid kept it or if he just balled it up and threw it away. Or
I'm a hoarder. I probably would have kept it. Because I mean, he's well, he wasn't a finalist this year for the Hall of Fame, but probably next year. I think he'll end up getting in. And we have Dan checking in. What's up, Dan?
What up, homie?
South Korea. Happy New Year. Yeah, I was scolded for saying Happy New Year's. just Happy New Year. But yeah, but and it's crazy though that you mentioned Shaq earlier. Uh, I've always heard the rumor that it was his dad signing his mail, but I've never seen anybody post that it wasn't authentic. I don't know if maybe you have on message boards.
Yeah, I've seen a few people say that they sent it for a quick opinion, comeback failed, or they
Mm.
sent it to Beckett or what's or JSA or something like that, and it came back not authentic. I've got two index cards that I sent to him, and they came back. They look spot on, but for some reason, they're not real. To
Oh, you did a quick opinion?
No, I've got two index card by his, but if you look at if you take my index cards and you compare them to what uh like a Panini like on card auto or Panini sticker auto, it
Mhm.
looks 100% identical. Just it's bigger on a card than a
Yeah,
or
yeah.
index card than a sticker. But if you just hold them up side by side, they look virtually identical.
Nice. Send those bad boys off, man. Get them authenticated.
I
Because I mean,
can't.
oh, what's up?
I just can't bring myself to do it. I've thought about it so much with the quick opinion, and I just, Schrodinger's autograph is either real or not until it's proven real or not.
Yeah. Are you worried about them coming back fake?
Yeah, because me, I just even though I know, all the, celebrities and athletes can be shitty people, I tend to give them the benefit of the doubt that, you know, my LOR letter of request was nice enough and sweet enough that they're like, this cat seems pretty cool. Let me go ahead and throw some ink on here real quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when I was picking which cards to send to Beckett to get authenticated, I tried to stay away from the TTM ones because I didn't want to get my heart broken. So I did ones that I had gotten in person, except for one TTM. It was Harry Callis, the Hall of Fame broadcaster for the
Mhm.
Phillies, because he actually took the time to write me a card. He bought a. I don't know if he had any cards laying around or if he went out and bought one, but he sent me a nice handwritten card and everything back with the actual card that he signed. So I was like, yeah, that's probably legit if he's going to take the time to do that. Which and then it did come back authentic. So yeah, I was pretty.
With my uh, I think it's my Carl Erskine signed baseball. He had, for people that don't know, he has a special needs son, and he'll sign anything in the world you send to him. He just I don't think he requires it, but I think he just asks that you send a donation to like the Special Olympics or something like that. And so I sent a $10 check, and he signed the ball and sent it back. And he also, I still have it actually in a drawer over there, that he signed and autographed the letter of request and wrote a little sentence at the bottom and was like, "Thank you so much for your donation. I hope you enjoy your autographed item for your collection." And when I looked to see if the check cleared, they scanned an image of it.
Mhm.
He had actually autographed the back of the check at the bottom and wrote "Thank you so much," or it was either the front or the back one that he autographed, and put "Thank you very much," because he knew that when they scanned it, I would see it. So I have no doubt in my mind that that's real.
Yeah, he's a TTM legend, and his autograph still looks really good for his age too.
Absolutely, it
So
does.
yeah, so he's got a nice one. But so what else do you have going on? Is there any wrestling coming up?
Yeah, actually, some guys that you may know, and if anybody's kept up with me or us, they know the guys from TSF, Hunter and Rosario. They're actually, I found out like 11 o'clock last night. They're actually wrestling in Raleigh on Saturday, about an hour away. So definitely gonna make the drive to see them on Saturday. And then Sunday is Firestar, that I've been going to. Lee Johnson from AEW. He's in Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Family. He's going to be wrestling a guy around here that is extremely good. So I have very high hopes for that match at Firestar, and then we'll make the drive to Raleigh to see the guys from TSF.
What promotion is it Saturday in Raleigh?
Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
I'm there at Deadlock. This one was the first show that they were at earlier in December. I can't remember where it was. It was in Jacksonville, North Carolina, around the Fort Bragg area. Or is it Fort Bragg? No, that's Fayetteville. But anyway,
Yeah, Vietnam.
yeah, um, they were there, and it was like 3 hour drive, which I'd had family in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I was like, 3 hour drive. I can't do it on a Saturday. But this time, Deadlock is going to be in Raleigh, which is about 50 minutes to an hour from us. So I work, but I'm gonna hurry, skedaddle home from work and
Yeah.
throw some clothes and some smell good, and then head on down to Raleigh to watch the guys from TSF. Hopefully, get a W.
Yeah, and that'll be cool because like most people will go to wrestling matches to watch it, but you actually get to go see your friends and hopefully interact with them and everything. So that should be fun.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, and so Sunday, does the guy that you're going to see, does he have any cards? Have you checked the matches to see if any of them have cards?
No, no, I haven't. But actually, uh, he was there. Lee Johnson was there Halloween night, so I created a card and had
Oh, that's him. Okay, all right.
yeah, yeah. So I do have a signed card of him, and I briefly looked at the AEW checklist because it's finally out, the Upper Deck set that's supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And I was so mad that Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill weren't in the set. I didn't even look to see if Lee Johnson was in the set. So I'll have to check. I'll have to go back and look to see if he got a card in that set.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll do like a series 2 or something.
Yeah, that
Or
would be sweet too.
yeah, I don't Upper Deck doesn't really do like the heritage type sets. So yeah, I
No
don't
real
know.
subsets or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, maybe they'll do like some type of update or, a series 2 where they make more cards, but I'm pretty sure it'll all depend on how they sell, but from everything that I've seen, I'm not tapped into the wrestling world as much as you are, but from what I've seen, people are chomping at the bit to get these Upper Deck cards. So,
Yeah, and AEW actually replied um, to a tweet that somebody had tagged me in, and this was, I guess, probably beginning of December. They said that they're going to watch the market and watch the demand before actually setting prices. And Steel City, their pre-order started at like 120, sold out almost immediately. Put them up at 150, uh, sold out decently quick, but not immediately. And then now their pre-orders for the hobby boxes. This is all hobby box prices. That their pre-orders now are up to 200. So I think the demand is there, and my gut is telling me that blasters will probably be like 24.99. I think hobby boxes will be somewhere around 150, 180. But I mean, that's just all my opinion. And since they said that, I have not tweeted at Upper Deck at all about dropping the set, because the less interactions they see about it, maybe they'll think there's no demand.
yeah, right.
Manipulate the market a little bit on my own.
Yeah, that might be worth taking a trip over to Walmart to see if they actually get any of those in stock. That might be something I actually hold uh along with all the other all
Well,
the
'cause,
other crap.
yeah, I mean, it's the first set. It's an inaugural edition, so I mean, it'd be worth holding on to, for 3 to 5 years. To, especially if these wrestlers, really, if their gimmick really takes off and really gets a good push and that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's worth it. I
Yeah, and then we can argue about which wrestling card is their true rookie card.
I've got some. I've got some NXT ones that have the RC rookie card logo on it, and I'm
Yeah,
sure that will make some people's head spins that Tops does that, but it is.
yeah, yeah. With all the Wander Franco hubbub about what's a rookie card, what's not a rookie card, I don't know anymore, dude. I just collect, so I'm not worried about if it says first or has the rookie card logo on it or not. So
And it will change again in 5 years because the I think we're kind of already seeing somewhat, which I mean, this is a whole nother conversation, but I think we're already seeing the market. I'm not going to say it's crashing by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, but I think we're starting to see that kind of trend downward where sealed retail isn't going for as much as it was 2 years ago at this point. Well, I guess a year and a half ago at this point. It's not going that quickly, or you know, people are listing the same. There's one guy I follow. I can screenshot it. I've actually done it in a group chat I'm in. He posted the exact same picture of the exact same Stellos 2 times a day, probably at the exact same price, and he's been sitting on that stuff for like a month now, probably. And it's an NBA product, which is
mm,
desirable, and it's optic, which is really desirable in the NBA world. But my man's still sitting on those 23 cellos.
mm. Yeah, it I actually found where the wax where the cards are at my local Walmart, and they actually had some. So I was able to. I got me a hanger the other day. First
Hell
time,
yeah.
yeah, first time I bought some, and it was a good box for me. I mean, I got Yoshi Satsugo and Ha-Sung Kim, so that was a good box to me. So I
That's
didn't
what
get.
that's for.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, and there's still some there now. Well, I don't know about today. I haven't been there today, but yeah, they actually uh, they had enough that I had to try and make a decision on what I wanted to buy, and they had one touches, which is what I was really excited about. So,
One touches top loaders, those are the real win if you find them.
yeah. Oh, I got plenty of top loaders, dude. I haven't even yeah, I haven't needed top loaders in the past couple years because that one auction that I won, I got like 500 top loaders. And then, yeah, I need to try and get rid of them, figure out a way to, yeah, but yeah, uh, top loaders, plenty of one touches I could always use. So I just got to get out my little measuring tool to, get those other prices or not prices, but those other weird sizes for those thick cards, with the relics and
Yeah, the 75 point, 180 point, all that.
everything. Oh, here we go. This is good. The dealers raid the Target for their stock. Yeah, that shit. Drives me crazy, but whatever. I mean, they wouldn't do it if people weren't buying it. So
That's what, the first like 3 or 4 months, I was like, man, F these flippers, F these dudes. But then I'm like, they wouldn't be flipping it and people wasn't buying it.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, and then even I haven't checked my LCS here. For some reason, the LCS here in Tucson it's really, really stocked. I mean, overpriced. Maybe that's why it's really stocked. But they always have a shitload of people. And then the other store that I go to up in Phoenix, they're more picked over with their boxes, but they sell retail, and that kind of pisses me off. Uh, like it's weird. I don't have a problem with like regular people flipping retail, but an LCS I have a problem with because you actually have a distributor. They can get stuff that we can't. Hobby boxes. Me and you don't have access to that as other as far as being straight from the retailer or straight from the distributor. So yeah, but I don't know. So that store I just buy singles from anyway. I don't, because their shit is so overpriced. A box of pages, the 9 card pages. I think they were selling those for like $50 a box, man. For pages, I know. So I had to downgrade with the I don't know where they're at, but the Walmart version of the Ultra Pros for like $5 a pack. But yeah, dude, it's gotten insane, and the bad thing is I don't see it going back to the way it was because people are still buying it at those prices. So, and then even if they ever go and sell, they're probably still going to be more than they were before. So, yeah, kind of sucks. So, I'll just
Yeah,
keep my foreign cards.
the LCS here, it's the only one I know of within like 2 hours. It's like 30 minutes away in Greensboro, and I was going up there maybe like once a month, but it's like both ends of the spectrum over there, and it's like no rhyme or reason to anything because you can get like a Tops Update hobby box for like $75 with cash, but then you try to buy like an NBA hobby box and you can get them off eBay cheaper. And
Mm,
it's no, there's no like real happy medium. It's all the baseball stuff like down here, and then football and basketball is up here.
yeah.
You can get which I mean, I'm sure you can go in there and if there's a hobby box like a Prism in NFL hobby box for $1,000, I'm sure you can go in there and be like, I'll give you 800 cash. But even that's still hard to fathom because he got an allocation on it and he probably paid like $400 for it or something like that.
Yeah, and I can't see myself ever spending that much on a box. It just blows my mind. Maybe, one day when I hit the Powerball, but other than that, in the LCS here in Tucson, they were yeah, I was in there the other day when I bought those shitty one touches, but they were talking about F1 Sapphire, and it made me really cringe their conversation because he was bragging about the F1 Sapphire boxes, and he's like, they were selling for 600 and he sold out of them, so now he was going to raise the price to 800 on these boxes, and he didn't even, like, without flinching, he was like, yeah, they're going to sell out. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
it Like I said, it made me cringe, but people are people are paying it, so
Yeah. And I
whatever.
mean, that's where we're at now. And that's where we've been at for the last probably, year and a half now. Cause I know when the NBA Prism first came out, earlier this year, I guess it was maybe like June or July, maybe. The hangers were like 19.99, I think they were, like at Walmart, and the first two that sold on eBay sold for 190 some dollars. Like I just don't even understand how you have the need to be the first person with that product is so much that you pay $170 more than what they cost at Walmart. Like
Yeah.
no,
And then this week, one of my favorite releases came out, Bowman Draft. I used to always get a couple boxes of that, but I can't even afford that anymore. And then the prices of singles, oh my god, man! They look, I mean, they look really cool. Those, I forget what they're calling them, like negative refractors or something, but
yeah,
they're chrome, but they're not really black and white. They're more of a black and gray card,
yeah.
and those
Mhm.
prices are insane. And then a guy, it was funny. This dude was selling some. I want to say the cheapest one was like $80 for the card. And one of the comments was, "What are the odds on those?" And he goes, 1 out of 2 packs. Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't 1 out of 2,000. every other pack, you're getting one of these cards, and you're asking $80 for kind of amounts to a base card almost. It's a parallel, but 1 out of 2 packs is pretty damn good. And the odds that you're going to get the guy you want are pretty decent. And yeah, it blew my mind. But
And I doubt that if they're 1 out of 2 packs, I doubt that like an individual player's print run is like 200 or less or something, you know. So
yeah,
and
that's serial numbered either. So
exactly. So and probably like 3 or 4 weeks from now, you'll probably find those on eBay for like $8 to $10 a piece or something like that.
and it's shitty of me to say this, but Manfred taking the minor league baseball teams away from where I live has actually saved me so much money. Because that's why I would buy up all the Bowman cards was uh usually Bowman came out before minor league teams released their schedule. So I would buy a box or two of the Bowman draft because all the affiliates around where my parents live are low A. So low A and high A were the closest affiliates. So those guys most likely would be the guys in Bowman draft would be at those affiliates, right? So then whatever cards I didn't have, I would be on eBay or whatever trying to find singles of these guys. But I haven't bought a Bowman an card. I haven't bought one since the pandemic started because it was the first year that they had the Bowman. What do they call it? Like the Bowman first edition, where it came in like the all black packs with the silver lettering. Yeah, so that I bought it that year, but I didn't buy any of the packs. There was this dude on Twitter having a stack sale, so I bought up the cards from all those affiliates that I thought would be coming to our town, and then COVID happened and wiped out that minor league season. And I haven't even watched, or I haven't bought a Bowman card since, other than autographs that I needed for my Byung Ho Park collection. But other than that, yeah, I haven't bought a recent Bowman card. So
Yeah, I guess that's the somewhat of the upside to that, is
yeah, yeah,
not
and
coming or you can't spend the money.
no, and my parents don't have season tickets anymore to the one affiliate that they lost their affiliation, but they kind of did what Burlington did, except they became part of the, I want to say it was like the Prospect League or something. But the shitty thing is it wasn't even good prospects. These were guys that were fringe draftees. Like this was more of a tryout for the guys that wanted to play independent ball after college. So yeah, and then they're not going to renew their season tickets to that because nobody signed autographs. And yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
all shitty all around. But hopefully this lockout. Uh, well, it doesn't even matter if the lockout doesn't happen or not because they're still going to start the minor league baseball season on time. So I'll be able to get some minor league autographs this year.
There's
Well,
a pod.
well, I take that back now because Omicron. So who knows what's going to happen with that here in a few months. And then I read that Omicron and COVID has combined with the flu. So they're calling it like uh influ COVID or some I don't know. It's become like a what was that show with the tiger robots and then they transformed into the giant one? They're kind of doing like that. They're evolving. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's still continuing to wreak havoc on my minor league plans, but we'll see. We'll see. So
Fingers crossed that, it doesn't ruin it like it has the last 2 years, basically.
Yeah. So I seen that you have a stack sale coming up, or did it already happen, or is it?
Yeah, I'm off Tuesday, so I'm gonna try to throw some stuff together. Then it's not gonna be very, I mean, it's supposed to gonna be like base and parallels, maybe 25 cents, so like 3, $4 maybe, and hopefully I can get some funds to go towards the two independent shows that we're going to this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've been trying to sell cards, but it just becomes so much of a pain in the ass where people just want to window shop, and I
Lots
I
of
dig
time.
out I dig out all my stuff, start taking pictures, send it off, and then if you do get a reply, they don't like your price, and it's like, come on, dude. Like I'm already below comps, so and shipping is basically included in the price, so it's basically free shipping and below comps. So yeah,
Yeah, and it seems like the last like 2 to 3 months, everything I deal with is people they wanted something for their PC, but not only do they have that in mind, but they also like, shit ever goes south, and I want to be able to make money off of this car too. So it's like if you are listing a card that the last three sold on eBay are $65, then people are going to be like, "Oh, I'll give you 25 for it."
yeah, yeah. It's just getting to the point where it's not even worth the hassle. So I've been trying to just get all my decent cards together and like so I've been selling cards to a dude on Twitter that does stack sales, and I'm just okay, a quarter for everything, and I know you're going to charge either 50 cents or 75 cents a card, but you deal with that. And here's a couple hundred cards for a quarter a piece, pay half the shipping, and it gets it out of my house. And yeah, I make a little bit of cash to actually put that towards the cards that I want. So
Yeah, yeah, that's what I have been doing earlier this year. Same thing. Put it in a flat rate box, and like a medium flat rate box through Pirate Ship. I think it's like $19 to ship it, so I'd be like $30 for the box. It's like I forget what a medium flat rate holds, like 1,500, 2,000 cards or something like that.
yeah, yeah. And I want to say that UPS is or USPS is raising their prices again. So I want
Yeah,
to
I
say,
think they did right before the holidays.
yeah. Well, they raise them during the holidays, then they go back down, but now they're doing their yearly price increase. So I think a medium flat rate's going to be around 17 or 18 bucks. Uh yeah, and for me it'll be on the high side because of the zone that I'm in. Most of the people I sell to are on the East Coast. So I end up paying a little bit extra, but
Yeah.
yeah, whatevs. So, but anyway, man, I'm gonna let you go. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I kind of got to go to bed early, and yeah, be back to being an adult. The holidays are over.
Yep.
So, but thanks everyone for tuning in, commenting, and participating. We appreciate it. And you won't be here next week, but I will. But maybe you can tweet in or hop in on the chat while you're at Firestar or something. And yeah, I'll figure out who our surprise guests will be next week. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll